I'm sure a number of comments are going to be rolling in as I speak with this video telling me I'm very late on the ball in covering this project. I am well aware. It's for a variety of reasons. I mean, we all deal with the cards that life deals us. But on top of that as well, I've been saying for a long time, I'm in a catch-up phase in regards to content. I've got a lot of projects I wanted to cover for some time that on my master list, and it just grows steadily. But I'm in a position now where footing is finally, after how long of me saying that, taking root. And I'm starting to get into better footing with regarding perhaps some older work. But I've also delayed intentionally on certain projects, for example, on a seasonal basis. As it pertains to certain holidays, I like to celebrate holidays in regards to my coverage closer to the actual holiday event, rather than a long way in advance. Or perhaps if I'm a little behind, close to it, as much as possible. But certain projects, let's say, for example, with Christmas, I've been delaying on intentionally because I want to be in the Christmas mood and in the Christmas season once I cover it and once I publish that content. So I've got a whole list of projects that have been, wrangling up for some time. Christmas on the Square was one of those features, although for a long time I have wanted to cover this project, not only because Dolly Parton is smack dab in the center of it, and I just got done, in fact, watching a little more timely, her newest feature, at least the first look for it, for Dolly Parton's Mountain Magic Christmas. That'll be airing on NBC and Peacock, I believe, is at the first of this coming month. But she's heralding this one, and who doesn't like Dolly Parton, right? From her joyful demeanor, I think she's a perfect fit for Christmas. And this project sounds quite funny in comparison, but she's not the only talent here that attracts me. I mean, she's a big one, but Christine Baranski, who I am a big fan of, and I must admit I have a massive crush on her. You can't watch Mamma Mia and not have a crush on Christine Baranski. And as far as my taste goes, the woman represents class. So it's sort of, class is certainly seemingly long and forgotten these days. So I appreciate somebody of a more gallant disposition, as I would say Christine Baranski has. I mean, I love watching her too. She's such a talent in everything I've seen her in, especially Mamma Mia. But she's been in a couple of her projects since. I haven't watched her run on The Good Fight, but I know she's gotten some good attribution for that. But she's front and center in this project. I can't wait to watch this. I mean, this is certainly right up my mood in regard to Christmas fare. I love celebrating stuff, in regards to Christmas watches. It's a big tradition for me. It's been for many years. And this sounds quite inviting. It's a comedy musical. Who doesn't love musicals? And coming from Dolly, that's also fitting. But it has quite some of you probably, which is why I'm going to read the premise in a minute. We'll get to the trailer in a second, but some of you perhaps have not seen this yet. Maybe you were unaware, like me. The great, vast pool of projects that come out these days, some projects do get lost. And this one just got kind of caught in the scuffle, but I'm finally covering it. Perhaps for you, though, this is going to be a first impression as well. But maybe you're like me and you're saving up those Christmas releases. So perhaps if you've been on Netflix for a while, not that I'm too excited to be on Netflix, to be honest with you, I'm still kind of put off by the whole fact that Cuties still exists on the platform. But there's other projects I don't want to cast a bad light on. And I've been looking for new Christmas watches, especially when it comes to Netflix content. I feel like, I could see what else is on there in regards to stuff I've not covered yet. Christmas on the Square being one of them I've been dying to watch for some time. But this is what you can expect as a pitch, according to IMDb. An embittered Scrooge of a woman, I like that line, plans to sell her small town, regardless of the consequences to the people who live there. However, a kind-hearted angel arrives and shows her what would happen before she mends her way and redeems herself. It's going to be quite fun to watch, and it's sort of a modern adaptation and a more, I would say, humoristic one, or humoristic, and I just created a new word, of the Scrooge story, right? I'm expecting a more joyful ending. I don't know. I mean, unless Dolly Parton's playing 3 different variations of this angelic figure, I believe that's who she's playing. I'm pretty sure. Let me look at this really fast. Yeah, she's playing the angel. That's what's in the cast list. I expect, again, a more hopeful ending because, I mean, I just have that sensibility of it unless I'm thinking in comparison to other Christmas productions, specifically when it regards to adaptations of The Christmas Carol story by Charles Dickens, the late Albert Finney version, probably the most classic one that exists. And that one, with the Ghost of Future, or the Christmas Future, it was a much more ominous, ending. Marley as well. So it provides. I mean, it was interesting to see that in the context again of a Christmas production, but it's sort of like a bit of a Christmas horror chic, very light for those days. Nothing too severe, maybe just like horror in tone, more scary and ominous. This, I'm assuming, is going to be much more lighthearted. And with Dolly Parton and Christine Baranski, who I believe is on the poster, is this Scrooge figure. she can do grounded performances. I mean, she might do stuff that's more along the lines of, comedy, speaking again specifically of Mamma Mia. But even there was a serious portrayal in her performance. And again, from some of her other work that I'm aware of, she does have the capability to transition familiar roles and demeanors quite well. Let's go ahead and take a look at Dolly Parton's Christmas on the Square. Finally, I can watch this thing. I've waited for so long. It's been sitting on my list.
Christmas is a time for caring, being at your best.
Oh yeah, he's a Hallmark actor. He's been on a couple of our TV shows as well.
The have-nots, and you could be either one. How are you? Well, Angel.
I've not seen angels with that much of a glow, at least in sequins or gemstones.
Demolishing the lives of all the people you know.
The deadline to be out of your homes is now Christmas Eve.
Gotta get out of this Christmas on the Square.
It's a charming opening anyway. Every facet of it is working for me.
Angels fly 'cause they take themselves lightly. Angels glow when they shine so
It's a very sweet portrayal for the Christmas season. I'm sure it'll be I'm sure it was a must-watch for many.
due to the part of you
It is for me.
most,
What might that be?
the part that can be happy. Christmas is a time for caring, being at your best.
And Debbie Allen has a notoriety.
Time for sharing, knowing you've been blessed.
Christmas is a time for angels, making things all right.
That's beautiful. The butterfly's a nice touch for a Christmas production. I don't see that often. Again, like I said, I'm very well aware that I'm late. I can't tell you, though, how much I've wanted to cover this, but I've been waiting for the Christmas season, and I did forget about it last year. I got swamped a bit in regards to Christmas projects. I'm trying to get back in my footing this year to get all caught up, and there's been a whole litany of projects, whether it be in the TV market, the streaming space, or the theatrical release window, or maybe even straight to digital or DVD. There's a lot of work that I've had yet to watch, but this is one of the ones, at least when I think of Christmas Fair, has been on top of mind. And in particular, not just because of the casting attributions, I mean, of course, of Dolly Parton and Christine Baranski automatically, but just being a Christmas musical. Musicals, for me, are a favorite of mine in regards to genres, so seeing a new one, I mean, there's plenty of traditional releases that we watch year to year, especially if you follow up on the TV reruns, as much like the 25 Days of Christmas Routine or whatever they're calling it now. Like, I think that's on, it used to be on ABC Family, now it's on Freeform. I would watch those every year, and there'd be so many different reruns, but some new projects inserted in. Those are mostly TV movies. But some of the streaming content's been quite, capable, and I've seen a couple Netflix productions at this point that have been good. I've covered plenty, and I've wanted to watch more. And with this one, again, adding the musical layer to a Christine Baranski and Dolly Parton helmed feature, which on all cylinders, in my opinion, is delivering. I mean, the dance sequences are beautiful, the songs, 14 original songs, and high caliber performances, a beautiful energy to it, the levity that we would like to experience on the Christmas season, and just giving us that sense of joy, for a month or however long. Maybe, this would probably be easy to watch again and again and again every single year. It might become a Christmas mainstay. I'm very happy with what I'm seeing. I've wanted again to look at this project. It's been sitting on my list. Now I can finally look at it. Now that I've covered it and share my thoughts with you, that's sort of the way I like to approach content, right? And maybe for some of you in the same position that you kind of forgot this project existed and you haven't heard about it yet. So perhaps I am sending beloved Christmas Fair your way. I would imagine this would qualify. Maybe some of you, though, have seen it. Many of you, I'm sure, have, if not all of you at this point. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below on the project as a whole and what your opinion, if it was, if you would like to opine on it, as well as perhaps those of you who this might be a first impression for. I've been waiting for a long while, but I finally get to watch it. I'm happy. I've been, again, dying to see Christine Baranski in her work, and seeing her in a Christmas project, front and center, in a musical no less, and she can sing and perform. She's capable in every regard I just gave her. More than that, even. This is a great fit. And with Dolly Parton, I'm sure this is going to reinstill a lot of joy for us this Christmas season, which our world is in desperate need of, and I'm sure this Christmas will be an absolute delight. It usually is from year to year. Thank you so much for watching this video. Before you bounce, feel free to drop a like and comment, subscribe to this channel with a ding on the bell, and share this video with your friends. And consider checking out the description here. There you'll find links to my other channels, as well as addresses to my other social media accounts and ways you can help support my work if you feel so inclined. May God bless you, and looking forward to when our paths cross again.